So let's talk about other features of Amazon Bedrock. And of course, if they start appearing at the exam a lot more, I will do deep dives on them. But we have Amazon Bedrock Studio. This is a UI that you give to your team, and that allows your team to use Amazon Bedrock more easily and also to create applications faster. There's watermark detection, which is a feature of Amazon Bedrock to send an image to it, and the feature will tell you if this image was generated with Amazon Titan or not. Also, let's talk about pricing. So we have two kinds of pricing on Amazon Bedrock. The first one is on demand. So you pay as you go, there's no commitment. And for text models, usually you're going to be charged for every input and output token processed. For the embeddings model, you're going to be charged again for every input token processed. This is when you create a knowledge base. For image models, you're going to be charged for every image generated. And this is for base models only. If you start using provision throughput, you have to purchase the provision throughput for a specific time, for example, 1 month or 6 months, and so on. And you define the throughput. That means how many input and output tokens you want processed per minute. So you basically book that throughput ahead of time. And then once you have provision throughput, you can use a base model, and you can also use, of course, and most importantly, fine-tuned or custom models. So this is the only way to use them, is to have provision throughput. Provision throughput may make sense as well when you have a high sustained usage of Amazon Bedrock, even if you use a base model and you can predict your throughput, and maybe it was going to give you a bit more of cost savings. So you need to also understand the pricing behind improving a model. So if you use prompt engineering, this is when you have techniques, and we'll see them in the next section, or techniques to improve the prompt and the output of a model. Well, this requires no further model training, so there's no additional computation or fine-tuning. So this is very, very cheap to do. If you use RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, it uses an external knowledge base, and because the foundational model doesn't know everything, so it's less complex. There's no foundational model change. You don't need to retrain your model or do fine-tuning. But there is a cost, of course, because now you need to have a vector database, and you need to have a system that allows you to access that vector database. Then we have instruction-based fine-tuning. So this is when the foundational model is fine-tuned with specific instructions, and that requires additional computation, but this is usually done to steer how the model is going to answer a few important questions, to set the tone maybe for the model. And finally, the main adaptation fine-tuning is very expensive, because now you're going to adapt a model trained on the domain-specific data sets, and that includes creating a lot of data, and then retraining the model with all that data. Remember, it's unlabeled, whereas instruction-based was labeled. And this requires intensive computation. And so therefore, this intuitively will cost more than instruction-based fine-tuning. So that's it for this lecture. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture.